All right, this is Excel simulation training in here for Module 1, or the SAM training, whatever you prefer to call it. So there are 35 things for you to do. Again, you have multiple tries to do it. If you don't get it right, then just watch the video and show you how to do it. So we want to apply the number format with no decimal in a cell, range C4 to C15. So here's C4 to C15, and we just click on a percentage, and that takes care of that. And change the page orientation to landscape. Again, that's in page layout, orientation, and landscape. Create a formula using absolute cell reference. So we want to enter a formula in C6 that divides the value in B6 by the value in B18. All right, so we'll start with formula in C6, wherever C is, C6. So we start off with the equal sign, and we want to divide the value in B6, which is this, by B18. Going to hit the F4 key, or I can just type in the dollar signs by myself. Hit the enter key, and we're good to go. Create a formula using arithmetic operators. Now notice it says without using parentheses, enter formula in G4 that determines the projected 21 salary less health care for the employee by adding the value in C4 to the product of C4 and E4, and then subtracting it. So we're actually going to do that straightforward, and I'll explain how the order of operations is going to work. So we're going to enter a formula in G4, which is right here. It's going to adding this value, so we want to hit equal, and then we want C4, and then we want to have the product of C4 multiplied by E4, so we're hitting plus, whoops, we want plus, and then C4 times E4, and then we want to subtract the value in F4. Now this is a terrible way of doing something because it's very easy to mix up. So if I was actually doing this, even though I know the C4 and the E4 are going to get done automatically, I would put parentheses here. But it says without using parentheses. So assuming I read this right, I'm going to hit the enter key and see if it works. So that's good. Not a good way to do it. Remember, rule of thumb, when in doubt, use parentheses. Enter a formula using arithmetic operators and parentheses in cell B14. So let's go to B14, which adds the monthly expenses in B9, 10, and 11, and multiplies the results by 12. So let me enter it wrong first. So I'm going to hit equals B9 plus B10. I'm just typing it in instead of selecting. And then multiplies the results times 12. Without the parentheses, it's going to multiply B11 by 12 and then add these together. So that's why you definitely want to make sure that you use parentheses. And let's see if I did that right. And I did. Okay, we're going to use a average function in cell B18. We want the average of B5 to B16. Now don't select it first. Click in here and we'll go to average, and then it automatically selected this one here. We don't want that. So let's just drag it down here and hit the enter key. You can also manually edit those cells. Create a formula using the max. So we want to do the max. So I'm just going to type in equals max. And hit the enter key. And then, of course, we'll use the min. So in D18, remember double click, drag down, and hit enter key. We are 25% done. Create a formula using the sum function in B16. And we'll use the sum. So I can just click on auto sum, and it automatically got that right. If I needed to, I could change this here manually by typing it in, but this looks good. Change the number of decimal places that are being displayed. So in the range B3 to B12, we want 2 decimal places. Now you can actually just click on the increased decimals twice. There's so many different ways to do it. I can click on this, and that increases it by 1. Another way to do it, if it lets you in the simulation, is click down here. Notice that it has 1. Let's just change that to 2, and click OK. Clear the cell contents. Clear, we want A17 cleared. So I'm just going to right click and choose clear contents. Change the worksheet margins. I think they want it to narrow. Very easy to do. So to do that, go into page layout, and here's our margins, and then just choose narrow. Edit cell contents. So we're going to change the text to Astor Communications to aston.com. That is going to be in B6. So I'm not going to actually hit the FTT. I'm just going to type in. So I'm going to type in ASTONCOMMUNICATIONS. If I spelled it right, I'm going to hit the tab key, and let's see what happens. Task incorrect. So did not like that. Because I try it one more time. Because it's just com. ASTONCOMM. There we go. Spelling does count. Use a keyboard to end a formula that uses a function. So we're going to go to B17. And we want to use the sum function in here. So I'm just going to click on the sum here. And that's pretty easy. Undo an action. Change the font color of B4 to automatic black text, and then undo it. So let's go to B4. And we want to change the font color. Now this is the default font color here, the last one used. So we're changing it to this here, which is black text 1. And then we're going to undo it from right here. Use flash fill. Now this one is a little easy to use. It's going to sense something, so you don't have to create a formula and copy everything down. So I'm going to type in Curtis. You guys will love flash fill. So what flash fill does, it actually looks for a pattern and then just copies the pattern. So now I'm going to type in Sal, and look what happened. It automatically sensed a pattern and copied it down. Now it's not always going to work, but it works almost 100% of the time, just not 100% of the time. Use a formula using relative references. So we're going to go to B7, which is, I'll just do it this way. Type in B7. And we're going to subtract B6 from B5. So equals B6, wherever B6 is, minus B5. And I apparently did something wrong. So let's try this again. In cell B7, we want to subtract B6 from B5. Okay? So equals minus this. I think I had it reversed. Use the fill handle to copy a formula. So we want to copy B7 cells in here. So let's see. We're going to click in B7. And we'll just drag it down. I'm using left click. Using right click gives you more options. We're going to zoom the worksheet to 100%. Just click on View and 100. Print a section of the worksheet. So that's very easy to do. So we're going to go to, we want A5 to B24. So here's A5 to B24. So when we go to print, we're just going to change it to print only the selection. So we're clicking print. Notice this is where to print, and it talks about the sheets. You can skip over here. So then when it tells you what to actually print, we're going to click here, and notice that it allows us to print the selection. And then you just click on print. Use series value using the autofill. So we're going to go to fill the range A4 to F15 with the names of the months. So we're going to go type in January. And then I'm just going to drag down. And boom. Move cell contents, which is drag and drop. Move the contents from F11 to A17. So here's F11. And let's get down over here till we get the actual thing. Now, maybe a little challenging, so just go to the side. And we want to put it in A17. You could also cut and paste if you don't like doing that. Copy and paste. So it wants us to copy the values and the number formatting, but not the actual formulas itself. So we want to copy the cells G15 to I15. So let's click on copy. And then we want to go to B9 to D9. So here's B9. So I'm going to click on our paste options. Now we don't want this here because that'll do formulas. Here's our paste values. So it tells us values, and then it says values and number formatting. So this should be the one that you want, which it is. Bear in mind though, once you paste the values, if you change something that affects the formula, it will not change those values that you just pasted. Hide the worksheet grid lines. That's pretty easy. Just go to View and get rid of the grid lines. Insert a page break. You can do that in page layout view, not the actual page layout, but it's page break view. Or we want to put one, just click over here. Now, if I right click and choose insert, what it's actually going to do is insert a row. So we don't want that. We're just going to go to, it'll be in page layout. And here's breaks. It's not an insert. And we want to insert a page break. And it tells me that that's incorrect. Between row 18 and 19. So I need to select on 19 and do it. Enter a formula by selecting cells in B9. So let's click in B9. Oh, 19. Let's try that again. Create a formula by entering cell rep that subtracts B6 from B5 and then subtracts. See, now, because this is straight subtraction, we don't really need anything. So, it subtracts B6 from B5, so it equals B5. minus B6 minus B18. Now, because again, it's all subtraction, it's just going to go left to right. Enter a number into a cell. So we want to enter 491 in D6. So we go to D6 and type in 491. Use a custom range autofill list in here. So the list must be somewhere because there's no way in the world it's going to pick up on it in here. But we're going to go and type in Deerfield. And now we don't know what's going to happen in here. So it tells us to create a list of branch names by typing Deerfield in here. So let's go down and select and see what happens. Okay, notice that it has San Diego and all these other things in there. So it's getting it from somewhere else. So that might be one that you definitely want to go back and review exactly how that's working. Opening a workbook is very easy. You can hit Control-O, or you can click on Open, and we can browse, or if you click on this PC, it'll bring up Browse and Documents and Downloads. So here's what we want to open up. Tell Me box, you'll like this. So we want to change the fill color of B4 to D4. Now before you do anything, you want to make sure that you select it first. So we want B4 to D4. So here's B4 to D4. And here is the Tell Me box right here. And just type in fill. Don't put in change the fill color. Just put in fill. And here's fill color. And we're going to find it wants us to black text 1. And we want to print a worksheet. Make 3 copies. So we just go to File and we click Print and we choose 3. And print. Scale a worksheet for printing. Several ways to do it. I'll show you the easiest way. So we're going to go to File and Print. And we're going to go down to Scaling. And there's different options that you can have in here. So let's just go to Custom Scaling. And all we have to do is change this to 70. Copy and paste the formula. Copy the formula in B7 to C7. So here is B7. And we'll copy. I hit Control C and we'll paste it. I hit Control V there. Cut and paste cell contents. Same thing as drag and drop. So we want to cut the contents of I-15, wherever I-15 is, which is right here. I'm just going to click on cut here, and then we're going to paste it right here. And we want to change the worksheet view, and we want to change it just to page layout. And that takes care of that. And we want to, did I miss something? Because it's starting all over. So if this happens to you, let's go back to here and see what's going on. I do not know why it's going back in here. So I'll just click on Submit. And we're good. That is everything for that simulation.